Okay, so guys, today we would be discussing about the conditional statements in Java. So what are the conditional statements and what they can do? Those are the things which we would be learning. So what I would be doing, I would be right clicking on the package and I would be creating a class, and here I would be writing something called as conditional statements. Okay, so I would be checking on public static void main string args to create to have the main method type. So I'll not confuse you. So let me just open this particular file and take out this particular comment section over here. So it will be confusing. So here I'm writing something called as conditional statements. Okay, guys, conditional statements. Now, in the conditional statements, we have something called as, again, I am writing it in the comment here. We have something called as if, okay, and we have something called as else, okay, or we have something called as else if, then we have something called as okay. So now, what exactly this could do is basically, you remember, like yesterday, I gave you one particular example of a bike where you switch one gear and that will help you to release the top speed. So okay, so now we would directly try to do a small program. So I would just help you with a basic program to find a even number or an odd number. Okay, even number or an odd number. Okay, for you to understand and get a clarity of what exactly it could do. So even number or odd number. So in num. So let me just take a variable called int n. Okay, int n. N is equal to 4. Okay, you know 4 is an even number. So you need to find in the program whether 4 is an even number or not. So I would write something called as if n. Okay, if n percentile 2 equal to 0. If n percentile equal to 0, then I would like to print uh, here I would like to print the number, give a space, concatenate it with the number n, number 4 is an even number. Okay, understood, guys? The number 4
What will be
even.
the function of percentage operator?
I'll explain you. 1 minute. So, okay. So here, what is the operation of percentage operator means? Like, let me just write it in a comment here. Number 4, percentile 2. What does the percentile 2 means? Remainder, modulus, which can help the remainder to the 0. Like for two ones, two twos, 0. Right? Like if you do the division of 4 by 2, can you just take a rough math and do the division? Or I needed to open a paint here, Mac, very difficult. Just do 2, just write 2 here, divided by 4, 2 twos, 4.
Zero.
Remainder would be
Zero.
0. So like that. So 2 twos, 4. So the remainder will be here 0. So that is the reason. There is a reason it is an even number. Okay, and else for example, else if. Okay, else if, and in this particular condition, or directly we don't need else if also. Else, I would directly write this. The number n is an odd number. Okay. Now, what is an output? You know the answer that the number is nothing but an even number. Okay, the number 4 is an even number. So if I write something called as 5, what would be the output, Gautam, now?
The number is odd number, sir.
Very good. So, okay. So, Balaji, what is exactly happening in this program?
Yeah, it's checking if the remainder is 0 or not. If it's 0, it is providing an output as even number. If it is not 0, remainder is not 0, it is providing a number as odd number.
Odd number. Wonderful. So, I hope you understood this program. Okay. So now, in a similar way, in this particular program, what exactly I got to do is once again, in a similar way, I want you to find positive and negative numbers. Okay, guys, greater than 0 or
Less
pos-
than 0.
lesser than 0 or
Less than
Equal to 0.
neg- lesser than 0 or
greater
negative
than
numbers.
0.
Okay, one minute, guys. Oh, hello. कागजी हॉस्पिटल से जरा सा स्ट्रेट आकर आप जस्ट राइट ले लीजिए उस गली में. अब वहाँ पे लक्ष्मी किराना स्टोर रहता है, देखिए. हाँ, लक्ष्मी किराना स्टोर के ऑपोजिट में आपको वहाँ पे मिल जाएगा साहब. आप एक काम कीजिए ना, आप वो काकतीय हॉस्पिटल से जरा सा स्ट्रेट आ जाइए. स्ट्रेट आ जाके आपको एक राइट हैंड साइड में लक्ष्मी किराना स्टोर मिलेगा. सो उस लक्ष्मी स्टोर किराना स्टोर के वो लेन में आ जाइए, आपको తిరుమల నిలయం का दिखेगा. ఓకే, అక్కడనే ఉంటుంది అది. వచ్చేసేయండి అక్కడనే. हाँ, अगर कंफ्यूजन हो गया तो मुझे कॉल कीजिए. So sorry guys. Okay. Okay. So what I mean is, see, for example, let me just, since you know this particular code here, let me just copy this. Let me just paste it again here. Okay. And what I would do, I would just comment this out. Okay, guys, I'll just comment this out. So now, since you can take out the comment and you can use that particular program once again. Now, 5. If n is greater than 0, the number n is a positive number. The number n is a negative number. Positive number and negative number. So, Karthik, what would be the output if I execute this program?
Positive number, sir.
Huh?
Greater than 0, so it is a positive number.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, 5 is a positive number. Okay, guys, if I do minus 5 here, then Prashant, what would be the output?
Negative.
There you go. You got a negative number. Now, what exactly the condition loop is doing, guys? You need to understand here logically.
Right.
So,
Right. It is same like a
exactly.
value.
So basically, the syntax for this is, don't get confused. When you say if, you needed to put a bracket, and inside the bracket you need to mention your condition. And that condition, if the condition is true, okay, if the condition gets true, it goes to the if block. Okay, it goes to the if block. If the condition is fail, then then it goes to the else block. Simple as that. Okay. and it will execute only this code. It will just skip this because -5. It will come here. It will come here and will check -5 is greater than 0. It is false. So it will just come to the else block. It will see that yes, of course it is false. So that's the reason I'm printing negative number.
Sir, if n equal to 0,
Very good question. Okay, now what happens? You tell me the output. Look at this. Very good question.
positive.
Now we will tackle this. So zero
It
is
will execute
a
else block.
negative number, which is a wrong output, guys. Which is a wrong output. Then here comes our else if part. So here what I would do is else if, okay, else if is 0. If n is equal to 0, I would mention here. Okay, n is equal to 0 like this.
Sir, equal, double equal to.
Yeah, so sorry. Else if n is equal to 0, now you can put something as equal to 0. Now what happens? See, the number 0 is equal to 0. So it's not a positive number, it's not a negative number. Okay, so now if I write 2, 3 here, it should go ahead and it should give you a print exactly the number,
Positive.
the positive number. Okay, if it is a -3, it should give you the result as a negative number. If it is 0, it will give you the number is equal to 0. So what exactly is happening? So else if again you can write a condition, and else is something, it's like a final statement. If none the condition block satisfies the results, then you can pretty much write something called as else if, guys. Very good. So this is what I wanted to tell you about the else if else part and as well as the if condition part. So I hope you have understood the basic concept of a conditional statement, how to write the syntax, how to find the conditions and all. So we would still do a lot of programs. I hope you have understood this.
Yes, sir. It's
Yeah,
clear.
sure.
We will do a bike program now, okay? A sample, direct sample program. We would be doing it with conditional statements so that you would be able to understand like in a very more beautiful way. And then I would be giving you the homeworks. So guys, what I'm doing is, since like it is a classwork, well, I'm just commenting it out here. This also I'm toggling it with add a block comment. So everything is been added. So you can pretty much take it out and pretty much arrange it and then use it. So let's write a sample project. So here I'm writing a sample project on bike. So everyone are aware of the bike. So the condition is, guys. So I would write a condition. If the bike speed is, if you are in gear, I would be mentioning it as G over here. Okay. If the gear, if the gear is, there are total 4 gears, guys. Okay. Let me just do a basic bike. Not okay. So there are 4 gears. Okay, and if the gear if the g is equal to 1, okay, the speed of it should be lesser than 0. 0 lesser than 0, that is nothing but I mean to say lesser than 20. Okay, if it is g2, it is lesser than 30 or lesser than 30, it would be fine. Okay, if it is gear is equal to 3, it should be lesser than 50. Okay, if the gear is equal to 4, it should be greater than 60. Am I right? Okay, this is a basic program, guys. So understand like this. So you can pretty much do it with first gear. You can, if you want, you can do it as 10. You can do it as 20. You can do it as 30, and you can do anything above 50. So for now, like we would mention here as, let us say for the gear one, I would be mentioning is 20, and the gear two I'm mentioning is 30. Gear three I'm mentioning is as 50 or 40 like that. And then gear four I would be mentioning as 60. Am I right, guys? Here, any mistakes? Okay, so now what I would do is let me just copy paste this particular code once again from here and try to take out the comments from this. Okay, else I don't even have to take a comment. I would be writing it from the scratch. So G is nothing but the gear. So now I am in the gear. I would initialize it with, let us say, fourth gear. Okay, now this particular thing is integer, guys. Okay, so if the gear is an integer, now I would be writing as speed. Speed, you can mention it, speed 1, speed 2, speed 3, speed 4, speed 5, like that you can mention it, but for now I'm not mentioning or initializing anything. I'll make as basic as possible. The gear is if the gear is equal to 1, okay, if the gear is equal to 1, and else if the gear is equal to 2, okay, if the gear is equal to 2, and like this I would write else if kind of a block, else if the gear is equal to 3, okay, okay, else a final statement, because as you know that the final statement goes here. So here let me just write understanding, right, guys, do not get confused. Okay, the bike is traveling with gear on gear 1 with a speed of speed of 20. Okay, with a speed of 20. So like this I would be copying it, I would be pasting it this thing here, I would be pasting it this thing here, I would be pasting it this thing here. Then I would write a gear is traveling with a speed, if it is like second gear, what is the second gear, guys? Is 30. Okay, it's 30, and if it is 50, the third gear, and else it is the speed is speed of uh, greater than 60. Very good. So now here what I would do is I would right click here, source, and I would do the correct indentation. So everything will be corrected. Indentations will be corrected. Now guys, since you know this particular program, now what would be the output? Come on, the what
Speed
would
is greater than
Speed of
60.
greater
The
than
bike
60.
Okay, let's execute this and then I'll ask the questions. Okay. So now the moment when the bike is traveling on gear 4 with a speed of gear 160. Guys, you can pretty much correct the sentence if you don't like my particular sentence what I have just mentioned here. You can even more polish this sentence and properly beautifully try to print it. Okay. This is just for an example for you to understand. So I wrote it like that. For example, guys, let me just write number 3. Okay. Now, if I write gear is equal to 3, it will just first look, is 3 is equal to 1? No. If 3 is equal to 2, no. Else if it is 3 is equal, the condition satisfies, it will print this particular block and exit from this particular conditional statements. Simple as that. So now you would see the bike is traveling on gear 3 with a speed of 50. So you can mention it like that. You can pretty much you can create a program for your sports bike if you have, or any particular bike which you have. How do you travel and how do you mention speed? If you go like in gate 2 itself, if you try to cross more than 30, you can mention there. If you try to cross more than 50 in the fifth gear, fourth gear, you can mention there, and like that you can write, and you can also polish this program like this also, guys. Like you can pretty much write int like here speed is equal to 1. Okay, like speed one is equal to, you can mention it as 20, okay, 20 like this, and keep on going. Speed 2 is equal to 30, speed 3 is equal to 50, speed 4 is equal to 60. Like that, you can mention it and you can initialize the value of 50 over there. So for you not to confuse it, that's the reason I have just wrote it like that. I hope there are no questions in this. Cool guys, any questions?
No, sir. Sure.
No. Let's do another particular program then. Everyone are clear in this? Anyone got a doubt? Okay. So now let me just go ahead and do another program. Okay, I'm adding a block of code. So now guys, when I'm adding a block of code, when I'm sharing this particular information to your email, you know how to take it out, how to copy, and without mistakes you would be doing it, right? Please tell
Yeah, yeah.
me.
Yeah,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. So now, like to find a positive number, to find a negative number, you guys would be need not to do because I've already did it. Now I will give you a task which is needed to be done. Okay. 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 Imagine um, a code to identify whether you are eligible for voting or not. Okay, guys. If you are, if okay, condition. Here the condition is, I'm mentioning the condition. Condition is if the age is greater than or equal to 18, you are eligible. Okay. If lesser than, okay, if lesser than 18, you are not eligible. Okay, guys. But you're understanding what I am trying to write here. If the age is greater than 18, you are eligible. If the age is less than 18, you are not eligible for the
Voting.
voting. So the code you need to identify, that is the first code. Now the second code I would be giving it to you as okay. Okay, now here with the numbers, since we are doing it, I would be only giving you the homework with the numbers. Then again, we would do a sample particular project on the strings part also now. So, okay, guys, I think the traveling spelling is wrong, which I needed to correct it myself. Okay. So, yeah. So now the second particular code I would like to give you a little complex, by where you will needed to use else if as well. For example, guys, let's write to a code to check check uh, the current speed of a fan. Okay, current speed of a fan on the knob. Okay, a code to check the current speed of the fan on the knob. So knob is nothing but, guys, do you know that in your home you must be having a fan. You would turn on the knob to speed 1, speed 2, speed 3, speed 4, speed 5. Am I right, guys? Right?
Yeah, sir.
Okay. So first, what you would do to turn on the fan, you will first switch on the fan, and then you would rotate. Then you would rotate the knob clockwise direction. Okay, am I right, guys? You rotate a knob in clockwise direction to increase the speed. Okay, so there are top speed from 1 to 5. So like that, you needed to, in a similar way, what we did it for the gear. So now, if you are running the, if you are rotating the knob at a speed of 4, you can pretty much say that the fan is rotating with the speed of 4. Guys, 1 minute, please. I'll be back. Just a minute. Okay, guys, sorry. Yeah, there you go. Now, okay, so now here you can see that I have mentioned it as a code to check the current speed of the fan on a knob, rotate the knob in a clockwise direction to increase the speed. If the speed is 2, if the speed is 3, if the speed is 4. So how do you need to say the fan is running with the speed of 4. That's it. Fan is running with a speed of 5. The fan is running with a speed of 2. So like that you need to do with LC phenol. In a similar way, what did you do for the gauge thing? I hope you have got it, guys. Any doubts here?
No,
Any
sir.
doubts in this particular code?
I'll got it.
Got it, right? Awesome, guys. Please, yeah. This is the second particular program which you need to do. And see, these are the conditional statements you can do, guys. I'm confident that you would be able to do it. Try, see, each and every particular code, please, let's not copy it from anywhere. Try to do it on your own, guys. Let's see, however you do, I'm totally fine it. Try to polish the sentence, try to make sure it remains something called as beautiful. 1 minute. Yeah, अंदर लेके आ जाइए ना, बाहर मत रखिए वैसा. So then we would do something called as the fan. After that, I would just give you the other particular thing. Okay. Now here, a moment, guys. Just give me a minute, please. Sorry, guys. Yeah, there you go. So now I hope you have understood. Now the question number 3, before giving that, let me do the other particular program inside this as well. So now here what we would be doing is we will do the string operations now, okay? String operation under the conditional statements, okay?
So,
Now, string.
excuse me, sir.
Okay. Now we will try to find out whether you are your gender. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Please tell me.
Sir, I'm Prashant. Sir, that's what.
Please tell me.
Sir, that's what. Can you add one more homework also, sir?
I cannot hear you. So sorry.
Sir, can you add one more homework? According to my knowledge, can I tell one homework?
According to.
Sir, according like I studied in Python also, can I tell another homework, sir?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
sure, sure. Why not? Why not? Yeah.
sir, that calculate the scorecard,
Calculate.
children's scorecard,
Uh, uh,
mark sheet of children's below 40, below
huh,
60,
Grading, sir.
that,
and
yeah,
90.
of course, that's an awesome thing what you said. Okay, sure. I'll give you that homework. Not a problem. I'll give you that homework. Yes. Thanks for reminding me that. Yes, of course. Students thing also we can do, not a problem. I was actually, I have the home, I have a lot of questions ready, it's just that I need to find it. I'm just giving you a normal kind of homework for you to understand as of now. There are too many things which I will be giving you in a long run. You see, your gender, so all we are doing is we are finding your gender, whether you're a male and female. So, male or female. Simple as that, guys. I will not put any other gender apart from this. Do not mind. Okay, so your gender male or female. So I would write string over here. String. Okay. string, like I would just write is your gender. Like if okay, here I would be writing your something called as gender. Okay, and this would be yours. Oh shit. Okay, here I would be writing something called as string gender. Okay, gender is equal to, let me just write male over here. And yeah, now guys, if the gender is equal to male, okay, so equal to male, you are you are a male. Okay, simple as that. Okay, did I miss anything? Yes, I missed. Okay, yeah. So now I would write something called as else if here gender is equal to female, then you are a female. Okay. So now, guys, it's very pretty much simple. If I run this program, you know the result that it will print out. You are a male. Okay. If I just type something called as female over here and run this application as, it will give you the result as you are a female. Okay. Now, in this, I would, since I would tell you that, since I would tell you, I have given you this particular information, you can pretty much add as something called as int. Now, we are doing with a combination age is equal to 20. This particular female's age is was 20. So now here in this particular 20, I would say you are a gender, okay, and then I would say if gender is equal to male, okay, if gender is equal to male, if the gender is equal to this, okay, now what you can mention here is as here inside this particular if block, I am writing something called as an if again. If age is greater than or equal to 18, okay, if the age is greater than or equal to 18, you are eligible for voting. You are eligible for voting. You are a male. You are eligible for voting. And again, exactly what I would be writing here. Listen to it carefully. Else, okay. Else, you are not eligible for voting. So similarly, what I would be doing is I would be copying this particular block of comment over here and putting it exactly inside the females thing here and pasting it here. What is happening here? You tell me now. Now, input I have, you know that the input what I have gave as 20. It is of course it is eligible. Gender is equal to female. So now the moment when I run this program as it's a nested thing. You are a female and you are eligible for voting. If the female is just 10, what do you think the output would be, guys? You are a female. You are not
No.
eligible for voting. Okay. What if it is a male 10? See, male 10. You are a male. You are a male, you are not
No.
eligible for voting. What
False.
if I just write 18 over here? See, you can see this as you are a male, you are eligible for voting. What did you understood by this program, guys? Can anyone tell me? Is it confusing? It is a nested, we are actually doing a nested conditional statement here. Inside the if inside that I'm writing inside the if again a next step. Then again after that I am writing one more condition. And again this else if is a new block.
Yes.
Okay. So like this, you can pretty much able to do it like that. But since however I've given you the homework for eligible voting or not, so just wanted to give you the string operations, how it works, and all the stuff. You can pretty much mention it, or you can pretty much modify this program like or uh, gender is equal to male. This is the that was a caps lock. This is lowercase letters female. Even though if I type in lowercase here, now it should also work. See, you are male, you are eligible for voting. So even if you type a lowercase or an uppercase, it will work. But what if I type capital M over here? It will not work. It will throw an error. See, nothing is work. Nothing is work. So we need to write something called as a. We need to write something called as a else statement here. So what we would do with an else statement in this particular else statement? Oh, really sorry for that. Okay. In this particular else statement, in this particular else statement, I would write something called as request you to check your gender. Simple as that. Now if I just run, it should give me request you to check your gender. Why? Because I have mentioned, I didn't mention this particular in condition. I either mentioned in the caps lock, either mentioned in the lowercase. That's it. It's your responsibility to go ahead and correct it. So if you wanted this particular thing also to be existed over there, you can pretty much write in a similar way, guys. Okay, and you can see now it's been working now. I hope you got it what I'm trying to say.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is one of the program, guys, which you needed to do on conditional statements. Okay, so now a third particular homework would be let's take your 10th you take your SSC marks memo, guys. Okay, take SSC marks memo. Title put as SSC marks memo. Anyone here is from CBSE or something, or everyone passed like as normal as 10th standard SSC. Please tell me.
Yes, sir. Sir. Your normal SSC.
Okay, take the marks as SSC memo, and I believe you would be having first language as I mean to say the first language as Tamil, and second language as Hindi, third language as English, and fourth language as mathematics, fifth language as science, sixth language as social studies. Am I right, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, awesome. So you need to mention every marks is, you know that every marks is great, every marks is equal to 100. Okay, equal to 100. So your subject to total is nothing but total is equal to 600. Okay, so your marks divided by your total. Am I right, guys? Your marks divided by your total. So like that, I mean, like try to find the aggregate of it, I would say. Okay, you take your marks, okay, take SSC memo, initialize the subjects. Okay, uh, initial initialize the subjects, initialize the subjects, and after initializing the subjects, six subjects, calculate your aggregate, okay, and try to put a grade A, try to give a conditions here, try to grade use the conditional statement to identify. It's a very big program what I'm giving it. You understand this carefully. Identify the grades A, comma B, comma C. Okay. And also you can put D if it is really required, or you can pretty much say you are failed. Okay. Now I want at the end of the output, I want your SSC memo. My name is particular Alex Thomas. I belong from a school called like Anderson High School, and I got like my marks from all the subjects, Tamil, English, Tamil, Hindi, English, Telugu, and all those particular stuff. Whatever it is, just try to initialize that particular subjects and try to make the total, calculate your aggregate there, try to do the grades, conditional statements with grades, and give like which grade you are. So you know how to give the grade, right? If you are 80 plus, you are sorry. If you are 75 plus, you have got the A grade. If you are lesser than 70 or lesser than 75 like that, you got a B grade. If you are lesser than 60 or something, you got a C grade. Like that, you pretty much mention it. And if any particular subject, and one more thing, guys, if any particular subject you get failed, you need to get a result as you are failed. And this is my particular grade, and this is my aggregate. What is an aggregate? You need to put a float value over there for a percentage value. I needed a percentage value, like how much percentage you would acquire over 100%. Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Is it
Yes, sir.
clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So
No,
this is one of the
it's
homework.
clear,
This
sir.
itself like will take a lot of time for you because you need to do it with your 10th class memo, guys. I don't want you to just roughly write your marks like that. I want you to take your 10th class memo and I want you to check out like exactly when you put an output, it should match with your 10th class result. That's what I wanted. So that you would be able to perfectly understand what is happening.
Okay, okay, sir.
So, sir.
Okay, thanks Prashant for this. And then let's move to no, yeah, no, no, I guess I hope you have understood few particular programs on the conditional statements and all. I'm glad that you do it. Now let's do another sample project, guys. So what I'm doing is I am toggling it out. Okay, I'm toggling a comment again in for this, guys. Please try to fetch it after when I send an email. Okay, simply search add a block of comment done. Okay, now again I am writing a program bank account. Okay, bank account, guys. Quickly, I'll finish it. Okay, bank account. And now, in this particular bank account, I would be writing called as name is equal to bank account name is ICICI. Okay, ICICI bank. Okay, it is a string. Name is equal to why these keys are not working properly. Okay, ICICI. ICICI Bank. We can use any bank, guys. Just for understanding, I'm writing as ICICI Bank. Total float. Total TB stands for total balance, guys. Simple as that. Okay. TB stands for total balance. Your total balance will have 10,000. I'm making it as easy as possible. Okay. Total balance as 10,000. Okay. And let us say float UW. Okay. WB is nothing but withdraw balance as 5,000. Okay. You withdraw the balance as 5,000. You have a total balance of 10,000. You withdraw the balance of 5,000. Then float remaining balance is equal to how much? Remaining balance you needed to find. What is the remaining balance you need to find? So float RB is equal to TB minus WB, right? TB minus WB. So you would get the float value. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Now, if complete this particular thing, like I will give you this particular homework. Think about it. If you cannot, I would be helping you with tomorrow this particular solution, not a problem for me. So now take this bank, this would be your homework. Take this particular any bank, any name of the bank, and take your account number. And now since you have withdrawn 55,000 from your total balance, you would be able to mention it as it is as that. Okay. Now if you withdraw 2,000, your if I withdraw, okay, if I withdraw 5,000 from my account, my remaining balance is 5,000. Again, like if I withdraw 2,000 from my total balance, I would be remaining with 3,000. Okay. Else, like I would be at the final, you can mention the condition is the balance is nil. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
Understood? Simple with if else if and else itself is very easy. What you need to do is if you withdraw rupees 5,000 from your balance, you should be having your remaining balance. If you withdraw this amount, if you withdraw 5,000, you would have remaining this. If you would withdraw 3,000, you would have a remaining this. If you withdraw like 4,000, you would be remaining with this. If you withdraw again like 2,000, but you don't have like in your balance, it is only you have 1,000 rupees, but you are withdrawing 2,000 rupees. So then it should throw you an error. Then you need to use a nested if solver inside it and try to figure out what do you need to write. And I need to get a statement if I am withdrawing more than my particular remaining balance. I should get a statement as, hey, your balance is just 1,500 rupees and you're withdrawing 2,000, which is not possible. Request you to only withdraw your remaining balance, that is 1,500. Like that, I need to do use a concatenations, use a proper numbers, use nested if possible. Try to make this particular program beautiful and try to do it in an own scenario of your bank. Take your bank name, put your total right now, and if you keep on withdrawing for 4 or 5 times like that, and at the end, what happens? I need an output of that. Simple as that. And tomorrow again, we will try to fetch how to scan the objects and all, how to take the user inputs, how to do the control statements. We'll try to figure it out and we'll try to finish it. Okay, guys. So that's it for today with the statement. You to finish this process. Hope you have understood what I was trying to explain. So now, this particular thing, I would be sending you an email. You guys have added all your emails in this. Okay. Okay, I've also sent you the particular class notes as well. Just request you to look into it, and I'm sending this email to you. Okay. So now, guys, I want you to finish this particular task and yeah, carry on for the day. Have a lovely day, guys. Let's meet again tomorrow. Or if possible, you need a class in the evening to cover the syllabus, let me know after 8 o'clock in PM if everyone is ready. Okay. No issues.
Okay.
Else, if you want to carry on with tomorrow itself, we'll connect tomorrow itself. Cool, guys.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Okay, sir.
Please carry on. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you.